and that's the same guy, Kurt Metzger. He's one of the funniest people in America. He's amazing. If you ever get a chance to see him live, which you won't because he never tours, he goes like 6 road gigs a year. You should see him. If he's at the Comedy Cellar in New York, you should see him. He's a New York comic. Any chance to get to see him, just fucking see him. Plus, he's got this amazing thing where he goes on Facebook and just starts fights. So he just says like ridiculous things and he goes back and forth with people on comments. It's like the only guy I know who's using Facebook comedically for like to work out material. It's really interesting. So if you have a chance, if you can subscribe to people on Facebook, subscribe to Kurt Metzger. He's never going to do Twitter because he can't come in under 140 characters. He's just unable to. So yeah, follow him. By the way, I realize how echoey it is in my new office. I got a new office. The other one was too loud. And this one's very echoey, so maybe I'll start recording these from outside. Maybe I'll record the outro outside. That's what I'll do. And so then you guys can tell me if it's better or worse or negligible. By the way, for all the people that have been making clips of this podcast, thank you very much. They're all going to go up. I think I should start an Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank account, and then I'll put up little clips from the podcast from there. My plan is to just get little like 30-second to 4-minute clips, sometimes longer if you need to, but like just a quick like here's a good back and forth, and put it up there with some sort of graphic. If you guys make them, I'll just put them on my YouTube. But yeah, there's a lot. But don't fucking... People already did it. Don't put that douchey fucking house music behind it. That's stupid. It's stupid. Baz Luhrmann did that shit when I was in fucking... 11th grade? With that thing about, if you're the college graduate, let me tell you what you need to do. With this like... behind it. It's horrible. It was horrible when it started... But at least when I started, I was in 11th grade. I was 16 or 17. I didn't know any better. So I was able to fucking say, oh, this is sweet. It's not sweet. It's been done. And it's been done by like 20 years now. So like it was done then. It's super done now. No fucking house music behind that shit. Even not for me. Any clip you see, fucking house music or techno or whatever, to make it seem more spiritual, what people are saying. It's just a cheap ploy. And it's shitty music. Anyway, so please make those clips if you can. I would like to announce that my first CD is coming out. If you guys are familiar with the group iTunes, it's not a group, but it'll be on iTunes. My first comedy CD. It's going to be available September 25th. I was going to make it the 18th, but then somebody pointed out that September 25th was the first night of Yom Kippur, the holiest of all days in the Jewish tradition. So I thought, hey, let's release my comedy album, Revenge for the Holocaust by Ari Shaffir, available the day of Yom Kippur. It starts at night, so it's available that before the night. So here's what you should do. You should listen to my comedy CD before Yom Kippur starts at night, and then you'll have something to pray for, forgiveness for, because I get dark sometimes. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be available September 25th. I think pre-sales are going to start sometime this week, maybe the 4th or 5th. I'll send something on Twitter. But yeah, check back. Or I don't know how to do it. You can't subscribe to this. That won't work. Anyway, let's just get on with it. September 25th. I'm really excited. Let me tell you some dates real quick, if you don't mind. September 12th through the 15th, I'm in Austin, Texas at Cap City Comedy Club. Super stoked for that. Then Toronto on September 20th through the 25th. Intermittent dates. You have to look at hahaha.com for the Toronto Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. It's all there. They have like 42 shows going on, and the deal is, I think, if you buy a ticket for Louis C.K., you get in free to like 3 or 4 other shows. It's a really weird, like, experimental way to do a festival, and I kind of like it. Following that, I'll be the 26th through the 29th. I'll be at Crackers, downtown Crackers in Indianapolis. I've played the Broad Room before, and I heard downtown is for conservative people, so Hopefully it's not. But Indianapolis strikes me as like a conservative area, like Christian-y. Anyway, I love that club, so who knows what the other club will be like. Hopefully it's as good. October 4th, 5th, and 6th, I'll be at Vent Comedy Club with my friend Dan Madonia and very possibly Pete Cornacchione. That should be fun. Then let's skip that next week. Then the 19th, 20th, and 21st, I'm in Washington, D.C. at the D.C. Improv. You guys, please go to that. It should be a real fun show, and all my friends are going to be there. It should be really cool. Portland, finally, since a year and a half ago of Bridgetown was the last time I was there, I'll be back in Portland, October 25th, 26th, and 27th at Helium Comedy Club. 25th, 26th, and 27th. And there might be some interesting special guests on Saturday's show. I don't want to say what it is until it's finalized, but it's ridiculous. November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I'm at Yuck Yucks in Calgary. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I was there for that Rogan shows, those 2 giant Rogan shows. So if you guys were there and you saw me, that's 15 minutes. I'm doing another 45 of stuff you have not seen. And then November 8th is the House of Blues with Joey Coco Diaz. We're doing that together. Tickets go on sale September 14th. No, that can't be right. 18th? No, I think 14th. Who knows? Okay, and that's it. And then Minneapolis at the House of Comedy, November 28th through December 2nd. And again, we're working on Australia. We'll see. So let me just tell you about this episode. Kurt Metzger is a friend of mine, and he is livid every time some blogger comes out and says how comedians should not be allowed to say certain no-no words. That's what he calls them, no-no words. Rape. What else? Kike. I don't mean kike. That's really, people never use that on stage. I mean nigger. But I'll use the word kike because really they should mean any sort of racial slur. But there's certain words that they say you can't use even if you're talking about the word. Even if you're doing a joke about how the word nigger started up, some people will not allow you to talk about it. Even if you're doing a joke about, I don't know, God raping Mary, not allowed to do it. If you're making a joke about any sort of rape, a turtle raping my eyeball, you can't use the word rape to a lot of these people. And it infuriates comics because the only thing we're the lowest end of the fucking entertainment industry. We're the lowest form of it. There's movies right at the top, like directors and actors, and then there's other people like grips and shit like that. Producers, those are all way above. TV is below that, but people still do it. Plays are somewhere, I don't know, depending on musicals or whatever, either above TV or below TV, but definitely below movies. Then there's singing. That's always really well respected. Bands like U2, Nirvana, really well respected bands. People think they're awesome and their entertainment value. Next up is clowns or mimes. People think that they offer something to the world. They like them. They generally like clowns. And then way down the list, after ushers and after basketball players, way down the list, CBA basketball players, way down the list is stand-up comedians. We're the lowest of the low. No one really in the entertainment industry respects us. They always say, like, oh, it's cool you're doing that. Let me know when you're done, and we can move on to something else. And you want to tell them, like, no, I'm not going to be done. I enjoy doing this. And they don't understand. They just don't get it. Like, what do you mean? Why wouldn't you do this other things? And I'll do TV and shit like that and movies. But, like, it ain't my main thing. Anyway, so we're the lowest of the low. But the one thing we do have, the one thing we've got, is we are allowed to say whatever we want. It's just up on stage, just us. I meant to say just us, but I said just up, so I tried to correct it, cover it up. It's just us on stage with a microphone, a mic stand, and a stool. And sometimes not even those things. And the only cool thing about it is we get to say whatever we want. We get to shape our words to evoke emotions in whatever form we want, in whatever ability we have to do. So when you start telling us we can't use certain words, we revolt. We absolutely revolt. It's like people in California are going to do if they ever make weed illegal again. There's going to be a fucking revolt. So Kurt, as livid as he gets, was willing to talk to me about it. So this is a really good episode where he just mentions this stuff. I'm probably going to do the same topic many more times with different comedians. But anyway, here we go. I should say something about my sponsors really quick. If you go to gamefly.com/Ari, you can sign up for a free 15-day trial for Gamefly. And then they will give me, oh, this office is too public. I have an open glass window on my door. It's not open, but it's completely see-through. Maybe I should hang up curtains. I get so embarrassed when I'm recording these and people are around. I don't know why. It seems self-absorbed. It's like when you're taking headshots around Hollywood. You always see this. People taking headshots in like alleys. There's like a vine-covered wall. And when cars come by, people act like they weren't doing anything. Like they were in the middle of masturbating and somebody walked in and they're just like, what? Not doing anything. That's what they do. Everyone kind of shies away from it. It's very embarrassing. To like record stuff of your own. Or take pictures of yourself. Anyway, so gamefly.com/Ari, if you go there and sign up for a free 2-week trial, they will give me enough money to buy a gram of weed. I have not smoked all day today, by the way. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. If it sounds more present than normal, then that's what it is. Dude, I did so many drugs the last few days. I went camping. We took mushrooms. I went camping. That was fun as shit with 8 of us. One guy freaked out and said he doesn't want to be among drug users anymore. It was his birthday. I'll talk more about it another time. But then, we smoked tons of pot, and then we took MDMA and the mushrooms together. Really good combination. But, so between those and then like the next day or the day after that, my friend, Joey gave me some. And he popped one immediately, so I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll take more mushrooms. And I just looked like enough for like a buzz. And I just been smoking just so much weed. I need to take off some time. I mean, not, like 19 hours. Nothing crazy. So anyway, please go to gamefly.com. They give me enough for, that's where I got sidetracked. They give me enough for a gram of weed. Or just about, 1 dose of mushrooms. So yeah, every person who went up and subscribed and did that 2-week free trial helped pay for that mushroom trip. So thank you very much. My other sponsor is Amazon.com. If you go to my website, arithegreat.com, which you should be going to anyway because it's all my merch and stuff is there. If you want to buy merch and support the show, and all my dates are there, which is really the only reason I'm doing any of this. So you guys come see me live. Really, it's the only reason I'm doing this. It's nice if you buy shirts and the money and shit. And the sponsor stuff, that's fine. But really, I'm only doing this so people know my dates. So if you go there, on the right-hand side, there's an Amazon banner. If you click on that Amazon banner, it takes you to Amazon.com. And if you do your shopping on Amazon, they give me like 5% back. So some people did like all their school book shopping on Amazon through my site. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Somebody bought like a whole new computer system for their office for like $5,000. And that's fucking awesome. Thank you. And then somebody pointed out that if you bookmark arithegreat.com, that's my website, arishaffir.com, ARISHAFFIR. If you go there and bookmark it, and then bookmark it as Amazon, then you won't forget. You'll just go click to Amazon, and you'll see my site, click. It's just one extra click. It's nothing. It's one extra click. It's not nothing, but it's only one thing. So anyway, let's start the episode, right? You guys ready for it? Let's do it. You guys, episode 75, Kurt Metzger, no words. Enjoy. Okay.
Obviously.
Oh no, but my batteries ran out, so sorry, I fucked up as usual. It's not machine error, it's just me.
Something, right?
We lost something. I don't know. At some point, I looked and those screamers off. Probably 10 minutes, anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes.
Anywhere from 10 to 20
Maybe
minutes?
no, could be 2 minutes. 2 minutes to 15. I'd say that.
I've heard yelling.
I know, really, I'm not made for tweeting. With my
you really got to get into tweeting.
I have to cut down my long.
I know you have to figure out some that are just quicker, or how about this? You can do a thing on your Facebook where you can send it to Twitter if it's short enough.
I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so only put those on Twitter. Once in a while.
I'm busy. I have a stupid blog, is why I'm doing.
Yeah, it is a blog, but it's Facebook, but it's live. But you respond to people immediately.
And there's the other thing, because I work out jokes that way, because all my jokes are really just angries, and then they have to become clevers eventually.
Yeah.
So I can just put them out while they're angries and see just at the thought, like, if it gets a reaction and what the reaction is.
Yeah.
So I like that part of it, and then it's like it's not like a club that I'm sitting in.
You did that with a board game thing, and it was like, and then I saw you take from there to the stage.
Yeah, it's because only like every eighth thing I put up is like good.
Oh yeah, says no, you don't have to actually bomb. You're just like, nope, no one responded. You can convince yourself people just didn't read it right then.
Yeah, so I got set. So it'll be like I could see the ones that get the most hits. I'm like, all right, the rest are bombs.
Yeah,
but I don't give a shit. Like I don't have this thing where because people can be like, that's not funny. And like, yeah, dude, what did you pay a ticket? Don't look at it, fuckface.
Yeah, I love when people say that. This is literally
just for me to do what I want, and I don't care. Like, what? That's the other thing that makes me so mad at people in general when they get mad at comics. They got to learn when to turn it off. And did you see that shit about Dane Cook not liking Batman, which he should apologize for?
That's what he said as soon as the movie was over. Dane Cook should not apologize for angering those people.
Yeah, nothing to do with the people,
but for not liking Batman. How dare he?
That Batman was awesome. How dare he say that? I feel bad for those victims that they didn't get to see Batman, dude. How shitty is that? You wait in line to see the awesomest Batman, and like
I'm thinking about that guy who was on the escalator behind us.
Oh yeah.
What a dickweed. Yeah.
This guy.
It's New York, and everyone's crammed in together. It's New York on a Sunday, and everyone gets off the elevator and sort of slows down, so it creates a little bottleneck.
The escalator, but it was worse. Escalator, because it's just feeding people into you. That is my worst fear, is to be like ground up by the escalator.
Nobody knows what we're talking about. They weren't that. A guy, we're coming out of the movie, and a guy in a pastel shirt and shorts with a shoulder bag. What does it say? Move. You got to move people, or
keep moving.
Keep moving people.
Can't stop here. Don't stop.
And I was like, and then I was trying to like, wait, should we move? How do we get out? Do we just stand here?
He pushed my bag out of the way. By the way,
yeah, it's bugging me. He shut right up because he fucking his road rage of.
Do it the way I want it done, everyone.
Keep like everybody doesn't want to get out. This moron.
We're all trying, dude. What do you want me to do? Cannonball run this crowd?
And they weren't even moving. It wasn't like trying to get on the train. Those slow fuckers.
Anyway. So where were we when we...
I don't know. We lost 20 minutes of shit.
We lost 20 minutes.
There's going to be a jump cut. It's probably me saying we shouldn't have some of this on here.
No, we got way past that.
Oh.
We got way past that. I was saying I don't care about this stuff anymore. I assume my parents listen, and then I was just like, whatever. I just don't talk to them about it.
I don't worry about my parents. I don't want to fucking... I don't know. It doesn't matter, dude. It's a fucking podcast.
You also pointed out that, yeah, you get paranoid when you whatever.
Smoked a bunch of pot.
Yeah, that's unnatural.
My parents hearing me talking about some shit. Whatever you guys feel.
I never wanted my parents to know that I even dated anyone. Like, I don't even talk to them about that.
I love telling my mom shit. As I already told her this story, but I was talking about my mom. I hadn't done anything. We hadn't done anything yet, like any fooling around. Yeah. My mom, she's so corny how she talks. She goes, how's Karen's little black friend, Shonda? She was so cute, that little girl. And I was like, just like how she said it, so annoying, like her Ohio accent. Then you said, so I was like, she's pretty good. I think we're gonna have a 3-way pretty soon. And we had no plans.
That's what you said to her?
To my mom, just to be a dick. We had no plans for that. I just said that to my mother. And my mom got all quiet, and she goes, Kurt, that's called triage.
That's called triage?
My mom doesn't know what stuff is.
She thought menage a trois was a triage?
That's called a triage.
Are you having dates coming up, either of you? You don't have any. You're just starting in comedy, right?
With men? Oh, fuck. You mean road shows?
Yeah.
I'll be on nothing soon. Wait to see my hour when I do my hour.
Where is that? Are people going to go to it?
No idea where it's going to be.
Oh, you got to get out there more. You're one of the best comics in the country. Nobody knows who you are.
They'll know that I have a weird fucking sex life, so that's cool.
Yeah. Well, these things will help. These things help your draw. Yeah, they do. People like that you're honest. I guarantee, though, you'll get a few people hating you on Facebook or Twitter.
I'll get all kinds of weird well, I don't care about that.
But it's fine.
I don't care. I mean, I invite that. I talk like an asshole and invite that on myself.
Yeah.
I love to get into it like that. I
get to the point where I'm just like, no, this is how I feel. It's okay. You can hear it about me. I don't care. So,
I don't mind anybody like trashing me either. I'm like, dang, like
you're fine with it?
It's just practice, man. And on Facebook, when someone trashes you, it's really great because you're not on stage having to like
come up right now.
You don't have to think that fast. You can sit there and like really pick apart why you want to bash them and do it. Like you're really dumb to attack me if you think that I'm not going to get the best of you on there because I have all the time. That's like 2 full minutes to respond to a comment is all the time in the world to take whatever you set apart and take you apart. It's all the time. It's not like on stage where you're immediately.
Yeah, if I had 30 more seconds, on stage, if I could be like, hang on 1 second.
And count 2 minutes of dead air.
Okay, I got it. 2 minutes would be more than enough.
Yeah.
15 or 20 seconds would be plenty to get your thoughts together and then get to go off.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. So it's like I invite attacks, and then you can easily, like you're just responding to me, you've already lost.
Yeah. I kicked a guy out in the second show Friday.
Saturday or Friday?
Stress Factory. Friday.
Why?
He was just drunk and just kept getting loud. He left so nicely, though. At some point, I was like, dude, shut up. I kept telling him to be quiet. And I was like, wait, why don't you just go? You're too drunk to be, like, don't you just want to go?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, okay. And he just left. And I was like, and everyone started going, yeah. I'm like, no, don't even cheer. This is nice. This is nice what's happening. Don't make this a bad thing. This is the way they should go. I've never seen it done that way.
Yeah. Didn't like to read, man.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Where are you going?
Hi, Sade. Nice to meet you, too.
Wait, do you have the keys? Are you sure? Where are they? Oh, all right. Bye, Sade.
We have to,
Wait, is Winston...
Winston? Yeah, he's here. She got angry at you for disagreeing with her Batman. What'd you do? Did you just keep ramming it down her throat until she couldn't take it anymore?
You saw whatever I said.
I was in there doing the intro.
Listen, I mean, I hate to sum it up this way. I'm pretty sure she has her periods right now.
Oh.
And Poos, what do you say?
I don't know, man. It's hard to tell.
She has her period.
What is Poos for? Tapuzim? What's Tapuz?
That's what my dad calls me.
Isn't that apple?
No, it's orange.
Orange. Tapuzim. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Wait, fuck. I was going to say something before she went out. Yeah, why'd she get mad? Do you think that's what it... She was like, I was like, going to do this
fine,
again?
just let her be mad.
That's what she said. That's what she asked.
It's exactly as she said. Let her be mad.
Yeah.
Just let her.
Sometimes I want that. I get that, where I'm just like, I just want to fucking moan to myself for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I get that. Whatever. Fuck, I was going to say something. Oh, this is what I was. That I want... Did we go over that? The fact that... On the podcast, the fact that you're not just like boning anybody, you still have your normal standards.
What do you mean my normal standards?
Like whatever your normal standards would be to where you would give yourself to a man, it doesn't come down just because.
I mean, they have to be like better than normal, or have some. I mean, I would just fuck anybody.
Yeah.
Very, very few people like this.
That's how when I have a girlfriend or when I'm dating somebody.
Or do you mean a standard of who
you'd be willing to?
No, oh! I thought you meant who we are willing to let the other one do. That's what I thought you meant, but you don't mean that. You mean just like
what you're willing to do. Like if I haven't gotten laid, and Bobby Lee told me he stopped masturbating because he wasn't going for it with girls on the road, and now that he hasn't masturbated, when they're like, "Hey, do you want to go to a bar and hang out for a while?" He's like, "Yes, sure, let's do that." Instead of going like, "Nah, I just want to go back to my room."
I love not feeling like I need to go to a bar. I bring my Xbox.
Really?
And I smoke weed.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do.
And the only way I'm getting laid on the road is if somebody aggressively
tries.
Wants, yeah.
Yeah.
And my entire time I've done this, that is how. Well, I've tried, but I don't know how to do it. I never knew. I don't remember how I got laid outside of comedy. I don't remember what I did or how I talked to girls outside of being a comedian.
Well, it's been so long. You really had no adult life without being a comic.
So I don't even know what I would do without that. You know what I mean? So, the universe.
There's some guys who will hang out, make sure to run out in the front, not to say hi to people, but to try to get chicks and wait, you have to wait here and just see. Yeah, that takes way too much energy.
No fucking way.
Yeah. If they want to hang out and wait for a while and then just like, I don't know. I had somebody say this once, like, you and I are a lot alike. You should give me a chance here. And
Did
I was
somebody
like,
say it to you?
all right.
All right.
It was put out there enough.
Was it a dude? And that's
No,
why
it was a girl.
We both have a penis, for one
It was
thing.
a girl. I thought she was an employee of the club, and I just like thought she was a waitress, but she wasn't.
Shut stormed down.
But that's rare. Yeah, she.
Unbelievable. But see, she's not my girlfriend, so who gives a shit? That's
So then you don't tolerate that stuff from someone who's not your girlfriend.
Well, I did ask her why she was upset, which is maybe even me giving too much of a shit, honestly.
Yeah.
But
She's your friend. She's still our friend.
She's still your friend.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. I'm easily suckered by some. That's the whole thing of a girl looking sad next to you that your dick has been inside of.
You want to fix
Your dick
it.
going inside of it. It does instill a guilt of like I'm responsible. You know what I mean? Even I'm not responsible for your happiness all the time, but I have a feeling of somebody I fucked is sitting there looking mad at me like I have the obligation to figure out
what
what
I
the
do
problem
wrong.
is.
What I do wrong.
Because my
Yeah.
wee went in there.
Do you ever feel like a degenerate after you bone somebody?
Yes, every time I have sex with my girlfriend or make her do something, I feel
Really?
like a real scumbag.
And then you get hard again because you like that feeling?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess, yeah, I don't know. But you know, it's that weird responsibility you feel
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
girls that you...
Yeah, then you're like, oh, what's the matter? Yeah. You can't just let them be upset because then you're an asshole. If you just sit there as they're like pouting.
Grown-ass adults, they can be upset if they want.
I know, but it's like if you don't call attention to that, you're like,
I feel
you're
like
a scumbag.
I have not been a fucking...
If you don't say a word.
Well, not words, like I feel like they're mad and I feel you got that connection of them of like fucking. Do you understand? Like
Yeah.
where it's like an intimate thing, so you're like, now I'm feeling your problems.
Honestly, you're right, though. If they really did want to be left alone, wouldn't they just like hide it a little better?
There you go, but it's that and the
Like,
other thing is...
hey, guys, I'm going to go to sleep real quick.
No,
I'm
that's
just real tired. I'll talk to you guys
listen,
later.
that-
No big deal.
Just so you know, I'm mad, and I want you to know that
Yeah.
I am. I don't want to
You
solve
guys
the
put
problem.
it out on purpose.
I forgot.
Not-
You know what?
You know who you
I forgot
guys
to
is.
mention
It's
that.
you
I forgot to
guys.
mention.
It's you.
I forgot. It's the inflicted guilt trip.
It's certainly not me. And
Okay.
I don't sit around inflicting guilt trips on everybody. I mean, listen, it is a person-to-person thing. I guess the people you've predominantly met who do that are girls, but that doesn't mean
over
that
there.
girls do that.
Oh, I do, dude. I do that, and I do it more when I'm in a relationship because like your joke about the beer,
Yeah.
your beer, and then because you've been wrong 8 times and now
Yeah.
you're going to be right.
You just fight.
I have in relationships complained about shit that I wouldn't normally complain about because we complain about that now in reality. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that makes us mad when you didn't look at me and you looked at them first.
And you have to pretend like I'm really upset about that because you have a
And
chance
I'm
to
not,
be right
I'm just
about
like,
it.
just so you know, you do that too. That's
Red
what it
Ernst
is.
said this to me once when one of his girlfriends brought home, like invited somebody from high school to stay with them and gave him like a day notice or less. She said, yeah, it's my friend from high school is coming to stay with me. He goes, oh, yeah, it's okay. But just so you know, if I did this to you, you would make us think about it. Like, I don't care, but I feel like I should because you would.
And was he right?
Yeah, I think she was like, maybe. I don't think she would admit. I forgot. I don't know.
I
10
won
years
an
ago.
argument with a girl one time.
Yeah.
Okay, and I mean, I won. Do you know what happens when you win an argument?
Whoa.
Like, and
Baby
yeah.
Jesus gets born again?
I'll tell you, it's amazing. That's how I know I won.
How do you know? What happened?
We were fighting about some stupid thing, and I don't know how she wasn't able to wrestle out of logic. I've
Yeah.
never seen a woman once do that, where you have them just pinned and they couldn't just like wiggle out somehow
Yeah.
with like a thing.
Well, you do this sometimes.
God, what were we arguing about? I just had her cornered, man, and I just and I laid a trap for her. I remember it was a thing, and she thought she was escaping, but she was falling deeper into her thing. And when I got her, what the fuck did I say? I wish I remember the sentence, but the second I said it to her,
Yeah.
she just started sucking my dick.
What?
She stopped arguing with me. This is a hand to God this happened, dude.
What?
She said anything, and she started sucking my dick to not have to admit to being wrong.
Wow.
She had to admit she was wrong. This is how much I won the argument. Admit she was wrong, or just blow me so I would drop it. And she sucked my dick, dude. That's how I know I won. That's what happens when you win an argument. I'm not lying, dude. It makes me laugh to this day when I think about it.
I've never done. I maintain that I'm right, like the majority of the time.
No, one day
Yeah,
I'll get her.
everyone does.
I'm sure that's what Lucy thought too, because she was a real feisty one.
So
But,
she had to blow you.
she was blowing like I can't believe
Blowing me like a loser.
believe that he won this argument. You know, she was really like that's what she said, and that could be you too one day. You don't know.
I like the way you guys deal with each other. I like you don't treat her like a girl at all. When you're wrong, you just go, yeah, that's how you act like a dumb woman. That's what you do as a dumb idiot woman. Just throws it in your face. I think it's funny.
She's smart though. She's not like Karen's not like that.
I know, but I just like how you just don't beat around the bush. You just go for it.
Well,
like,
she like Karen has some like story of having a back brace. What is it? You got a back brace till you're 17?
Don't you have Chumbawamba? What do you got?
She had Chumbawambas?
Yeah.
No, it's scoliosis. It's just regular old scoliosis.
So
regular old scoliosis for a 9-year-old.
If you see her pictures of her,
yeah,
like,
she had the back brace.
but it's her in Jew camp with all these other, you know, these like Jew broads that like have these gigantic tits when they're fucking
14.
15. These like, you know, these slamming fucking like thick ass Puerto Rican bodies when they're like 16.
Oh yeah,
and then like they become like fat wives eventually for some.
Yeah, their hips fill out. Their hips catch
they
up
turn into like fat wives. So she was like this lollipop head, the Celine Dion lollipop head in between these giant Jew titties and all
you
these
had
pictures.
big Jew boobs?
No,
She had no boobs.
Who are you talking about?
The girl she was in her like,
It was just I looked like a child next to adult women.
yeah.
Like that's how.
with fat bushes already and shit.
And then add to that a back brace on top of that, and like.
So she never got to
the
learn.
The whole thing was a terrible mishmash of a childhood.
Yeah, she never got to learn how to be a cunt. Really, is that amazing? Like,
Just
that's
excluded my whole life.
because
and
they
made fun
didn't
of.
accept her. These other girls and that shit.
Oh,
And
wow.
She didn't get the cunt training.
You have fat girl syndrome.
Kind of.
When you like grow up fat and then
Isn't
lose
that
weight,
amazing,
so
dude?
you don't know how to
That's
like
an amazing
be a
find
bitch.
on my part too. By the way,
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
girl,
Congratulations.
that she's like didn't have any of the training because I guarantee
And
a
a
lot.
Jew who's not just one of the most horrifying people to be
I
around.
found a
Let alone
thin,
decent.
a thin blonde with a nice body Jew broad that's probably going to stay like that. Honestly, I seen
Yeah.
pictures of her mom, and she's very very thin.
Really? I love
she
people
doesn't
say that,
even-
like, look at her mom, she's going to get chubby. I'm like,
No.
do you think I would ever be here in 10 years? There's no way I'm even going to know where she lives. what are you talking
And
about?
I've been with girls where I'm like, I know I'm just in the window of while you're fuckable. I could see where this is going.
Yeah.
I could see how you were going to inflate and inflate and inflate.
Yeah.
Okay, I already know.
So
how
what?
it's gonna
Why would you
go.
not buy an apple? Because it's going to go bad at some point.
I've gotten over crushes because I knew that girl was going to get fat eventually. Definitely. I've gotten over severe crushes.
Really?
Because I just knew the girl was just going to like
And so you're like, all right, I got to
a
get out
little
of this.
bit big. And we were going to have to like, you know, have like a Dan Connor and Roseanne relationship based on
Based
not
on jokes.
physical- based on our
Based on joking around and good Halloween party every year. I want to talk to you guys about this thing just because everyone bothers me about it. Girls got mad at me.
About what I do?
But what I do, same thing. When I said I have an open relationship with this wife, girls would get mad at me. They would be angry. Girls that I didn't hook up with, they would just get angry at me.
Well, when we were first dating, she told me I could just make out with whoever I wanted on the road, which is very adorable of a girl, you know, to say like you could just have a nice make out.
I mean, look,
Some girl told me that in
adorable.
Montreal. I was
My
like, "Can't we just
standards are-
kiss?" And I was like, "No, not for like 10
But can I
years
tell you
now."
something?
my
that-
standards are what I would like think that I could
Would
do.
you do,
You know,
yeah.
like I could totally make
Yeah.
out with some dude, right? Like, what's the big deal? So if I can, everything works both ways. You know what I mean?
But this is the other thing, honestly, now I have had things where like I was like, I would like to just make out with some girl, like just
Really?
make out and not even like. I'd be fine with that.
You really
like,
are that against like making out's like half the fun. Making out with someone new.
Making out's not half the fun. It's some of the fun, but it's not half the fun.
I've gotten back to a lot of square one things where I'm like, I can be into them and be like, oh, that's pretty fun, you know.
No, I can appreciate girl. I can like hanging out with them, but like I told somebody, it's like I'll spend 25 hours with you, but we're gonna bookend those 25 hours with fucks. It's only 1 hour of 26.
Yeah.
But like that's really important.
Or you're entertaining me the whole time as much as I.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? There shouldn't be any like sitting there.
I can appreciate girls on the road sometimes when I just hook up with them. Like I'll get into some good conversations.
No, listen, that's what I'm
Like,
saying to you, dude.
appreciate
On the
them.
road-
But then it's like,
Look,
that was fun. See
I
ya.
know you have girlfriends, like friends who are girls that you hang out with, spend many hours hanging out with, and don't fuck, right?
I have one ex-girlfriend I spend time with.
You don't have any real friends that are girls? You're telling me?
I mean, I'm friendly
Wait,
with
but that you
Eleanor.
just hang out with?
Just like smoke weed with or something once in a while? Or?
That's like Jessie though, because she has like, hey, what are you doing? You want to smoke weed? Like,
I mean, Sarah, people come to the back of the Comedy Store and join in smoke sessions with us, but just to come
that's
over and do
not
that.
he lives in California, man. It's not the same thing as like
Wow, it's
coming
so
over to
different
smoke.
out there. It's like a different culture. You can just hang out, you know.
But why would you, when you're attracted to them and you like them, why wouldn't you just
they
fuck?
might be really cool to hang out with. I know. The
No,
majority of
do
people
that too. Hang out too. But then fuck.
It would be that off-putting to you to just hang out with someone who's pretty cool.
No, I can do that. I can do that. But then it's like,
dude, I get flat.
I don't want to just make out.
I get lonely. So
yeah.
So on the road, dude, like, if someone goes just hang out with me and not fucking me, if I'm lonely enough, I'm like, thank you very much for that. I'm like, I'm ready to kill myself in this hotel room.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that hotel room. That's why I gotta have be able to hook my.
They have to make it really clear to me ahead of time, like nothing's gonna happen, because otherwise I'll just feel disappointed. When it's like, look, this is as much as it's gonna be. We can hang out for 3 days, but then that's it. I'm gone. So why aren't we doing?
Or what if they say?
In advance.
What if they say I'm going to sleep over your hotel room, but we're not going to fuck? That's also just as good.
Oh yeah. But if then they don't do it, then I'm like really upset. I'm like, what are you doing here?
I wonder what that would be like, since it's never once happened in my life.
It happened to me once.
If it did, I'd be like, seriously, I would just be astonished. Like,
oh, Gallagher's getting TV spots again.
I would be too surprised to even rape them. All right, people just going to listen to us smoking a vaporizer bag. I mean,
I think they might notice.
Yeah,
it's unprofessional on my part, but it's okay.
This is good, right? We got enough shit.
Yeah, we got enough. You want to talk about Tosh, real quick?
Why bother? All right, what do you want to ask about?
Well, I'd like to hear your feelings. I've quoted you so many times to other people about rape jokes in general.
I'm very prolific about this.
I'm one of the biggest rape advocates out there.
You said it to me once about how
I don't want audiences trained any more than they are. They're trained fucking SEALs now. That like they're on a sitcom and there's a big sign that comes on in red letters to tell you what emotion you're supposed to feel right now to make the sitcom work. So when I do my Joe Paterno and I just say Joe Paterno, I haven't said anything about him yet. I just said the name, and they go, "Oh, is Sammy Seals here?"
Instead of going like, "Oh, I know this is a news story. Let me hear what he has to say."
Like I should have a bucket of fucking fish to throw to these animals when they make that stupid fucking noise. I got just no respect for you.
Yeah,
so,
I know what you mean.
So the reason that audiences like that is because of all this nonsense of whining about a joke a guy said. And so it trains people to be cowards ahead of time before.
So when they hear the word, they get uptight.
It's the slippery slope, and that's the one place it even applies, and not to it's the slippery slope, and it just always comedy it applies to. The one guy, listen, let a guy go up and Sig Heil Hitler the whole time he's on stage just so I can do my jokes. Let a guy do that if you know what I mean? Like, don't enjoy it, I guess, but don't I don't need to see a vlog about I can't believe this happened. I don't need awareness raised that there are guys making jokes out there.
But somebody said too, it's like, oh, this happened. I can't believe this happened to me. It's like nothing happened to you.
Let me tell you,
you heard some words. Nothing happened to you.
Let me tell you something, you stupid LA, male and female cunts that go to the I don't know why the Laugh Factory is the. I mean, I don't look. I don't.
It's the nexus. I don't know.
I don't know why it's the nexus for everything that is wrong and evil in comedy. I mean, literally everything that is the worst thing I've ever heard, including every one of these controversies, is the Laugh Factory. Except Tracy Morgan. It's like they're definitely a lot are at the Laugh Factory. Does the crowd just get raped
Kramer
before
thing.
they go into the Laugh Factory? Is that what it is?
It's well lit. I don't know what it is exactly.
There's someone at the door as the crowd comes in, just rapes each member of the audience.
So they had
and then they
personal
sit
memory.
there shivering. and I mean, just LA sucks dick, dude. It just does. I mean, you had the balls to tell me
what,
and I'll never forget this.
What?
That LA comics on average are 80% better than New York comics.
Yeah, because the ones that make it really big out here move to LA, so we inherit your best, and you don't get any of our good ones.
Well, I took it. That's a totally different way than I took. I took it as
Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, Greg Fitzsimmons. These people all have
those are New York comics.
Started here and then come to LA, and now they're LA comics.
Still I wasn't. This is like a real Jerusalem
syndrome
dispute that we're having right now. Of now it's
right
Muhammad.
Of return.
Abraham was Muhammad's friend, not your friend. like it's still. Listen, they're New Yorkers still. Just because,
always.
Yes, just because in Islam you think Abraham was your guy, he was a Jew first. He wasn't one of you people first.
Oh no!
I'm talking like a Palestinian right now.
If you've been hanging out and doing spots in L.A. for 5 years, you're an L.A. comic.
They come back so broken, these guys. So sad and broken.
80% better is a lot. 80% better is a lot.
But I didn't understand. You know what? I had no idea that's what you were saying. So I mean, from that mindset, then that makes a whole lot more sense than how I was thinking you meant it.
Of just if you come up in LA, you're 80% better than if you come up in New York.
I thought it was like if you come up in LA.
My thing was
not,
always
not a chance.
With the amount of spots you can get in New York,
yeah.
the New York comics should be better.
Oh, very true. Very true.
It didn't make sense to me until I was here
there's
once.
Not something in the water, buddy. It's the stage time you can get, and also the not having to suck up as much. Although there's plenty of that, but there's not as much of a feeling of having to suck up and watch what you say.
To get into one club.
Well, just because you don't want to piss somebody off who has a TV show, or somebody can help you. There's a lot more of that. Like that Seth Rogen movie. What is that, baby?
Funny People.
Oh, I didn't watch it with you. Sorry.
Funny People?
I was cheating on you, and Funny People, yeah. I kind of like that movie in the beginning of it, and then it takes a terrible...
I didn't see it.
It starts out kind of...
I thought it was going to make me too mad.
It starts out ringing kind of true, and not making you mad, okay?
Oh, really?
And then it goes on too long, and then... Well, then when he steals... Seth Rogen, cheats his friend out of a writing job he could have had, which I've never heard of it. I mean, if that happens in L.A., that's unbelievable. If that's true to life.
Everyone, almost never. It has happened before. Somebody
people are pretty good at their friends, man. I feel like. Oh yeah, before I really changed it, we're high. But the thing I hate at the end is then he goes on this thing to stop Adam Sandler from banging his ex, who's married now to Eric Bana. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And he's going to go back and have sex with her. First of all, a comic would only help you do that, number one. Comic.
Yeah.
No comic would go, I've got to stop him from ruining that marriage. And then, by the way, why is Adam Sandler bad? Because she goes, this is the reason she has to be with the other fucking queer Eric Bana and not with Adam Sandler.
Why?
Because Adam Sandler, when she showed the tape of her kid in Stupid Cats in her school play, some other man's jizz formed a child in this girl that he likes, and he's supposed to be... I think it's awesome that which sucks, by the way, Cats. It's like you took comedy into theater fag now. You went from stand-up to now he's a theater geek. Is he a theater fag or a stand-up? But she goes, you didn't even cry when my little stupid kid sang Rum Tum Tunger's
And Adam Sandler did.
Adam Sandler didn't cry, so that's how she knew he wasn't the one.
Oh.
And
what a dumb plot device.
And that is born of ugly LA writers marrying these hot chicks and trying to get them parts in movies and writing from the perspective of, I'm just happy to be on the team. I'm an ugly old Jew with a hot wife, and I'm funny, but now dude, I've never seen so many broken writers with bitchy girlfriends, and that's where these bullshit sitcoms... Try to get them
jobs.
These sitcoms...
Producers have that thing, too, where they have to get them apart.
But that's all the sitcoms that don't ring true to my life of yes, honey, you're the boss of the...
It's true to them, you're saying.
The guy's got an impossibly hot wife, and he's a fat slob.
Oh, because he lives in L.A.
Because that's every L.A. writer.
And he's got money and some confidence.
L.A. writers, they're the state of decay that they are in, physical decay, these guys.
Did you see the guy from that nerd show, the Big Bang Theory? One of those nerds walks around Hollywood dressed like the biggest white-jeaned hipster.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Well, but he's not a writer. I'm talking about writers.
Yeah, it's all these, but he's like a nebbishy-looking Jew who just got successful and makes $400,000 a week.
Well, good for him.
It's like you make money, then you get this girl, and you're absolutely right. Then you'll have to take their abuse. Kevin Smith has to do that all the time, doesn't he?
No, does he? Not from...
I think so.
From that Jewel chick? No, he doesn't. Does he?
What? He's married to Jewel?
Or no, the Joey Laurinat or whatever her name is.
He's married to her?
I don't know. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But that bullshit thing of it's like these nerd guys that can't believe a hot girl liked them.
Yeah.
And she probably does like them. I'm not even saying she's using them, but they in that shitty "please don't leave me" relationship. Mm-hmm. And their work comes out like that. That's their idea of what
life is.
You don't see any fucking portrayal of anything other than... And this is the other thing I hate the most. I don't know why people think marriage is under attack. This is something Karen pointed out to me that's totally true.
Marriage under attack means that there's a lot of people now who just don't want to get married. So we're like, hey, shut up about it already.
Everything is in the commercials. She told me a shampoo, the guy's got a wedding ring, the girl. Right? How did you say it?
Oh, yeah. Well, household... In certain commercials, depending on who they're targeting, people in them are always have a wedding ring, even if it's if there's no spouse that factors into it ever. You know what I mean? You ever notice that?
I will tell you this sometimes. Just because I've done a lot of commercials sometimes, because I used to wear a ring, they just forgot to tell me to take it off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, I have my ring on. Like, ooh, we already wearing that? And I was like, in the first 2 shots I was, just keep it on then. It doesn't...
Oh, interesting.
Lots of different cars.
Oh, really?
I'm not playing a married guy.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Now, if I
did not see that coming.
Yeah,
that it's just a who knew.
But look, even with that out of the way, still no matter how raunchy and sex, this bullshit. This is what I don't. I mean, I like a lot of the Joe Apatow movies, but I hate that it's filthy with heart.
Oh yeah, why did it have to have the heart?
Because Mel Brooks kills heart like a cockroach. That's Mel Brooks. If I see heart, I kill like a cockroach. That's the thing I saw him say.
I kill like a cockroach?
I kill it like a cockroach.
Oh,
when I
really?
see heart springing up in my comedies, I kill it. I kill it like a roach.
Wow.
Brilliant guy. So all this, like Ted, which is a really good movie. I really like Ted.
Had
by
heart
the way.
at the end, right?
But in the end, you settle down and get married like you're supposed to. No matter how dirty it is, everyone gets married.
Yeah.
Then no one. The traditional thing is alive and well. No one's attacking it. No one's like, at the end, he goes, why don't you go fuck other people and I'll go fuck somebody else. That's never the option.
No.
And not that it should be, but it's never the end. And if it is the end, then they're unhappy. Then they must be unhappy. And it didn't end with some bullshit.
Yeah, you're right. Like, it has to be a marriage or it's a failure.
Listen, I don't want to have a fucking kid because I'm selfish. And I don't want to fucking deal with it. Like, if it happened, I take a very nice urban attitude towards it. Like,
what?
Babies just happen or don't.
The way I see it, I always like to say this, is like, if you don't ever do it and like look back and it's too late now and you're like you will look back on it like that trip to Africa you never took. Like,
yeah.
Like, oh, I wish I had done that.
It would have been a lot of work and a lot of sweat.
Yeah, but it was like, oh well.
I could say I went.
Yeah. I'll just Photoshop myself into some pictures.
It's like that trip to Africa I never took.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, it feels a little bad, but who cares? Not really.
Why? I'm not a woman with dried up ovaries, useless ovaries that were never used the way they were intended by God, because I pursued my career like a selfish whore.
Like a man. Like anyone. Wait, tell me what you said about the word rape.
What is it, please?
No, it's nonsense.
I had my chance to use these ovaries, and now look at them, lifeless and dead inside me, like my purpose on this earth. I was raised in Qatar.
What were you? What were you? Methodist? What were you?
Jehovah's Witness.
Crazy. What'd you say about the word rape? You explained this to me well once. When people say you're being insensitive by using it, and you were like, "No, we're way more sensitive."
Oh, I don't remember how I was trying to.
You were just like, it was something along the lines of like, we're fully aware of how bad it is, and that's why we're using it as a worst case scenario.
I actually got a petition because I was trying to help Jay with.
Oh yeah, what happened to Jay?
Nothing came of it. We were hoping
that he would have to go on.
He made that Michael Vick joke on Fallon. Somebody got offended, made a petition for him to have to apologize on Fallon, which would have been great.
He would have come out and say, "I'm sorry, I made a joke." What was his joke?
Of Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Well, the joke's about what Michael Vick, he thought was the worst thing. Like the guy, like he should get the death penalty. Like he was like, yeah, that guy should never get out. But now he's on his team, the Eagles. So now he's like, oh, he's on my team. I love him. Like if he's ever off the Eagles, he should go back to prison. And he's like, if he just win, man, I don't care if he scores touchdowns.
Somebody wanted an apology.
Wait, listen. If he scores touchdowns, I'll throw him a dog and let him tear it apart in the end zone like a winter wolf. Because if he wins the Super Bowl, I'll send him a box of puppies and a Polaroid of me doing this. Shh. And somebody wanted to apologize. First of all, just the concept of that is so great because who wants the apology? The dogs?
Yeah.
Dogs. You know who's forgiven Michael Vick? By the way, dogs. All dogs
don't care anymore.
Have forgiven. The dogs are over it. Just you. Dog fag, and I don't mean gay. We've established that, right? That I'm very cool with gay, but dog fags, like these people are saying that.
People who love dogs don't
but
like
they're
you.
Like you've become people.
But also, like the joke there is that he doesn't care about something atrocious. He's making fun of his like lack of feeling.
Well, why would you listen to what he said? He said a no-no word and a boo-boo to my boo-boo place. You're going to say a no-no at my boo-boo right now. That's what it. They're children. So all this sensitivity teaches people to be fucking babies, and then it's not that a rape joke's so great. It's that you're preventing. Now people are like, oh, I better look for other things that are not good to say. Like when I was Jehovah's Witness, this is like when I left Jehovah's Witnesses because this bullshit, because we'd be in church and then the dumb fuck overseer would give a talk about how Star Wars men shouldn't have guns because it's evil. And then your mom would do a purge of your house. Well, is there anything else you're enjoying as a child that might be on the no-no list that some guy pulled out of his ass? And we'd clean house. And I remember just being furious. And now in my life as an adult, and I got out of this goddamn doomsday cult with this bullshit, and now all the rest of you, I came to escape to the world where they told me never to go because everybody's so dirty all the time, and I got here for that, and now you're all turning to punk-ass Jehovah's Witnesses. I fucking hate everybody. So I'll tell 10 rape jokes just fuck you, that's why. Fuck your phony, no rape victim that I know, and I know a lot, okay?
Yeah.
Which is why it's my joke. Like, I know that sounds suspicious, but I'm not.
It's not me.
I do drugs. I do drugs, okay? That's how you meet God's broken toys. And what breaks them a lot is rape, okay? So they're never offended. They're never offended. No rape victim I've ever talked to, who I know, has ever said anything about the joke, done anything but laugh at my jokes. Just stupid, uppity little snots that nothing bad ever happened to.
That's a lot of like white guilt on racial jokes too, where it's like the white people getting upset on behalf of other people, and you're like, look, you're not being right, you're not being angry at the right times.
Out for laughing. So this is your phoniness. And meanwhile, people are so much meaner than any comedian. All of you in your lives, in your daily lives, are such cruel pieces of shit. You're such mean pieces of shit, and you have the nerve to be mad about a comedian's joke, and you're the snottiest. Just when I think of the laundry list of phoniness of all of you, the day jobbers every day, you in the audience, you're just full of shit. I don't want to hear your fake sympathy and your fake outrage about a tsunami joke.
Yeah, what happened to just like, I didn't like that joke, it didn't make me feel good.
Because instead of really doing things...
Just to say that?
Instead of really doing things... a slave made my iPhone? Maybe I shouldn't buy an iPhone. And see, well, you're not going to do that, right? Instead of really doing things, you get to pretend you feel like we all feel bad for the mighty Native American, right? Right wing or left wing, we all agree that's pretty fucked up to murder those people and
sneeze on them. Yeah.
Okay, now show of hands, everyone listening, who wants to give them their land back?
Right.
No one. Put your hand down over there. No one. Not one of us. So we've seen the limit of our morals. Right, I'm not putting my hand up.
But it's way easier just to say, you shouldn't make jokes about that.
If we do some busy work, like a Joseph Kony 2012 thing that did nothing, right? If we do that and raise awareness, we've done something. So I got a petition, dude, after Jay's thing, I got a petition to stop rape. People know that rape is something in the military, but the thing was, rape is never okay. That was the title. The title of a petition that I need to sign. Which I have to sign, right? If you're going to word it to me that way,
right.
I literally have to sign that. But, I mean, rape is never okay. Somebody had the guts to stand up and write a petition.
They're saying rape is never okay.
You know, but, like, occasionally, occasionally you're going to rape, right? Oh, no, it's never okay.
Never?
Oh! Dude, you see how stupid people... So I'm not getting on board with your little fucking... This is an
They asked Jon Stewart. I went to see Al on Monday, and he does his Q&A beforehand with the crowd, and they asked him, like, what happened to Kony 2012? And he goes, what happened to everything? A better news story came. We dropped it. We all stopped thinking about it. That's what we always do.
I don't care. I'll tell them what... Even if the joke is hurting your feelings, that means nothing. Hurting your feelings amounts to nothing on this earth, and the nerve of you to think that matters, that your fucking feelings got hurt.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, so what?
By the way, that's why these kids keep killing themselves by the drove, because you told them that getting their feelings hurt matters, and shit like that matters. You told them that because you're fucking idiots. It doesn't matter. You didn't get your hands cut off by Joseph Kony. None of that shit happened to you. Real shit. So you know who never gets offended at jokes? People in the military when you do USO shows.
Why?
Because they get shot at.
And they've been through stuff, so like, I don't care about this.
They get shot at, you fucking pussy.
Yeah.
You pansified fucking animals. They get shot
That's why I find black people always laugh more at black jokes, because they've had to be black.
Because they had to be black.
Shot at.
But black people
they've had to
take
live
a
that
lot
way.
of jokes, dude.
Yeah.
If you are white, and I love Vinny, dude, but him saying African American...
Yeah.
His jokes is like nails on a chalkboard.
Because it sounds so racist.
Because we both know that you resent having to say African American. I think Vinny's funny. I like him.
Yeah.
You saying African American sounds worse than you saying nigger. It sounds worse. It sounds worse.
African Americans.
So I'm talking this African American. It's like, dude, I've never had one black person ask me to say that.
Ever.
Once.
Yeah, ever, right?
They want me to, but they've never been like, come on, dude, say African American. I've never, ever had that happen.
It's just black.
It's a political construct from...
Black. We're all fine with black. We always have been.
Fucking Jesse Jackson. Like it's on South Park. He's not the king of black people.
Yeah.
But that's white people stupid. The reason that shit goes on is because white people are stupid. I mean, I don't blame it on black people. That
do you already have ready if you had to give an apology, what you would have to say? What you would say?
Do I have the words?
Like the Sarah Silverman moment where she had to apologize for saying the Asian thing.
She didn't.
She did.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh, I would tell, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking.
And apparently she was felt bad that she did.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you still did it. You still caved under the pressure of a nothing thing.
Unlike the public, I forgive people, so I forgive her for apologizing. But that's why you don't apologize, because there's no forgiveness. The apology is to turn you into a punching bag that everybody could be like, yeah, we got him. And all you phonies that say all these things. By the way, all of you assholes tell, like, you don't have a theater joke you tell to your friend in private, or a fucking rape joke you've laughed at in private. I've lived with you animals my whole life. I know how you talk. You're not going to pretend like you're good now.
Everyone does that. Everyone lets the point finger at somebody else.
You phonies, you say fucking nigger jokes to your friends. You're going to turn around and be mad at Kramer when 100% of white people, except a couple that are crazy.
I've never said it.
I've never said
growing
it
up.
because they're mentally ill. And you have the nerve to point, oh, that was terrible what he said. Like, but I think black people must see through that too, by the way, but they're going to make someone pay.
Everyone's saying it's terrible.
Like, you're phony outrage at a comedian. You're not outraged. You're a phony, and that's what. That's what.
I love when Patrice said that about the rape joke.
He's the last righteous man. Here you go, baby.
That Opie and Anthony got in trouble for, and this girl was like, saying, "We are outraged that we have to."
It was great.
Yeah, he goes, "She's outraged. She's outraged." And then some camera guy started laughing.
Quit laughing.
Quit laughing. She's outraged.
Yeah, that was great, man. That was great. Well, he would never. That dude wouldn't fucking bend to grab his nails for nobody. So that's like what would Jesus do? So
what would you do if somebody's like, hey, they're calling for your apology? The NAACP
no way to listen. I wouldn't apologize for a joke, one, but there's no way. When a situation happens, that's when I would decide what I would do with anything.
Right.
Maybe what if I felt bad and wanted to apologize to a guy? I got that right too. Like if I genuinely felt bad, but I'm not apologizing to the public at large or any hurt I've caused you. If you were hurt by something that I said to some other guy, you deserve it. You fucking deserve to feel like that, you moron. It's none of your fucking business.
Yeah. I like how athletes
how
do
could
that.
Kristen Stewart cheat on Robert Pattinson? You deserve to fucking feel like bad if you're that much of a fucking idiot that you give a shit. You deserve it.
So you wouldn't say anything? I always feel like I would get up there and go, fuck you. I will never apologize. I wasn't wrong. Here's why.
I wouldn't even be mean about it. I would explain very carefully why I'm not. I do what Cat Williams, God bless him.
What did he do?
His publicist apologized for him, and he came on to take back her apology. He's a hero to me.
Really?
Cat Williams is a hero to me for doing that. Like a soldier. You don't hear about him being in trouble and having to watch what he says, do you? Because he said, look, this is what I do, so that's how it is. Oh, yeah, I guess if I said that, then that shit got said, I guess.
Right.
If I say something wrong, then I just did that. I'm not doing a heart transplant on you.
Right.
I'm just telling jokes. So the worst thing that can happen if I tell a really terrible, off-color, insensitive joke, the very worst thing that can happen is nothing. Literally nothing. What are you, stupid? But everybody's religious, and symbols mean more than doing things. And so you turn everything.
They want other people to be angry on their behalf, too.
That's what I say
it's not
about
enough
rape.
for them to be mad,
There's
but they want everyone to be mad.
It's a religion for them that no rape joke could ever be funny. Yet we have the fossil evidence.
People laughing. We have people laughing. We have proof of people laughing.
It's like evolution. There's like all this fossil evidence, and they dismiss it. Yeah. And they're like, "Where's the real rape joke evidence?" And you could show them all the rape joke evidence of it being funny. They've made up their minds that somehow a topic, like you're just stupid. So there you go.
Would you be open if somebody told you a new way of thinking about something? Like I tried to stop saying the word retard, and it was because that the people I'm insulting with that word are
their family.
No, is not who I'm trying to insult. If I'm calling
you're not insulting
a deli counter guy that I talked to today as a retard, the only people that really get offended by it are actual family of retarded people.
Yes, the only people being are not. I've never seen anyone be mean to a retarded person ever.
Yeah,
in America, Americans are.
I had a guy with severe, like some sort of Downs, in the back of my show once, and I said retard. I remember seeing him and going, nah, and what was he felt doing? Bad. I don't know. Whatever feelings they had, I put on him. I don't know. He's probably thinking about clouds.
A toy that he got from a Happy Meal earlier that day. Well, listen.
But I just realized it was affecting the wrong word. So I was like, I didn't say it that way.
Listen, the reason you're supposed to not say retarded, okay? Mm-hmm. Not for the retarded. It's not. No one's ever said
for
that.
The family of retarded?
It is people who have like a retarded brother.
Yeah.
He's going to feel bad that you think his brother's a retard. And you know what? Hey, I'm all for that. But here's the thing.
I don't mind making fun of retards.
No.
I just don't like using the word for when I'm not intending it.
I'm not making fun. I'm making fun of people for being redheaded. I'm making fun of people for all kinds of things. So by me making fun of you, again, the misconception that I'm excluding you when really I'm including
I make fun of everybody
by mocking you.
Yeah.
When I see someone in a wheelchair in the audience, I open my show by threatening them.
Threatening them?
I threaten them that if they even step out of line 1 minute, I will assault them. I'm not afraid to hit somebody in a wheelchair. I go on for 10 minutes how I will beat up someone in a wheelchair.
To relieve the tension?
Wheelchair people love it.
Yeah.
Because you are the phonies, not me. You're retarded. That's your whatever is wrong with you. Maybe you're just fucking Latin, and that's what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
I will. Maybe you're just a Latin comic, and that's your hand.
We know the cerebral palsy kid, and when he trips, we laugh, and people are like, you shouldn't make fun. I'm like, if we don't, we make fun of everyone else here.
And so that's the thing. It's
like if everyone
inclusive.
trips.
There's a difference between excluding someone and being inclusive. So you try to do it in a way that doesn't make it,
overly painful.
But look, if it's funny doesn't really follow any moral rules, man. It doesn't.
Yeah.
So I laughed. Things have made me laugh. I'm like, wow, that's immoral. And why am I laughing? Because funny isn't moral.
Me and Renazizi saw one of the cerebral palsy comics, David Wester, trying. He had a glass, and he was trying. You want to go?
I have to go.
Okay.
I have to work and like.
But all right.
Okay. Well, let's wrap it
she
up.
gotta go. This is the thing about retards.
So
Well, I said he was trying to get like a straw into his mouth, and he kept like tossing it around. I couldn't get it, and we just started laughing so hard.
But I would, yeah.
He kept trying for like a minute straight.
Yeah. Did he see you laughing at him?
No, we were all the way in the corner.
Well, that's very mean of you.
Couldn't help it.
Look, I mean, what are you going to do? Not laugh at a guy doing it? But see the honesty that everyone else is going to look at a guy doing that. And then this is how someone will tell you the story. It's like, I felt so bad because he was trying to get around the thing. And you're like, you're terrible. I know. I shouldn't be laughing, but he was trying to get a straw in his mouth. And I know I shouldn't laugh at that. But I can't. Like, you want to laugh too, but you want to be shady about it and be a liar. I'm not a liar like you compromised fucking day job faggots. I'm not a liar. So, but that's the thing. I don't have to say retard. I don't have to say retard, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. But what are you supposed to say? That like
when someone's acting stupid.
No. What are you supposed to call
No, I don't mind calling them retards.
Oh, you say moron, right?
No. Oh, no, maybe.
Moron was the medical term for retarded people. In the
oh, yeah. No, I meant using retard to say that the cab driver today was a retard.
There's no problem with that.
See, that's what I don't like.
There's no problem with calling somebody a fag. I've never called a gay person a fag once in my life. I got called a fag my whole high school because I don't like sports.
Yeah.
So that makes you a fag where I'm from. Okay, so I've earned the right to say it. I'm a fag. It's not like the N-word. I've never been called that.
Yeah.
It was.
I never liked the idea. Okay, you gotta go. I never liked the idea that you saying fag about another character, a straight character, a heterosexual character in your bit.
Yeah.
What that feeling to a gay guy would do was like, and they feel uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to make you uncomfortable right now. I'm trying to make a joke about another guy completely.
Listen, and there's another thing a lot, but I know. See, I hang out with everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know gays. I know a lot of them. Okay, and we talk like I'm very comfortable.
Like human beings. No,
it's just like I don't have any discomfort about any one thing about them. Like my one friend, he showed me he texted me a picture of him fisting a guy that I have a joke about that I made up that a friend sent it to me. But I asked him for the picture when he showed it to me, so I could send it to my brother for his graduation as a card. It was like a whole bunch of fisting. I got no discomfort around anything gay at all. I like, you know what I mean? So when they pretend that they're mad about that is for political reasons. They're not mad. They laugh. They say fag themselves. It's an idea that we've got to come together politically to change, and you guys are wrong. All of you, Dean Obadala with your Arab thing, you're wrong.
Oh, that thing is completely wrong. What did he say? That they would be calling him a terrorist if he... I'm like, he's got no ideology. That guy didn't say anything. He didn't want anything.
Well, because the Fort Hood terrorist was really a crazy guy.
Oh, really?
He happened to say Muslim shit, but he's also a crazy... It's not a terror shooter.
Well, reclassify it then.
But fine, listen, whatever. The whole point is, you have to not that this thing we're going to fight to not be. It's like they're trying to copy whatever the shittiest thing is that you imagine about blacks. That isn't. They're not. Blacks take a joke. They don't say you can't make a joke. They don't. They take jokes Black people, the people I know that are black, from me alone, put up with a lot of weird, awkward racial shit all the time and are pretty cool about it. That's a big myth that you can't say this or that. Black people take it and they laugh. As long as they think you're not trying to get at them with it, they'll fucking be cool. You understand? So all these groups now want to get political, and now funniness is trumped by a political imperative.
Oh, yeah, if it's a political season. You couldn't make fun of Bush after 9/11.
And yes, you can.
No, Rogan told me on Late Friday.
What?
He was hosting an episode, not Late Friday, one of those shows, maybe Late Friday. One of those shows, it was on, like on NBC on Saturday nights.
Well, just after 9/11.
But it was like, it was like, oh yeah, I don't know how long after it was, but they're like, you cannot say anything about Bush.
Well, yeah, listen, just after 9/11, I totally get the sense. First of all, that's the thing, you should use your common sense and not, because
like you said about the openers.
The message of Batman of like give them some hope, or you know what I mean? Like, it's not your job to knock that out of their hands.
But on stage or something, if you want to make jokes about Bush, I mean, it sucked to go on stage after that because it was such a downer. It was so down. It smelled like dead bodies everywhere, dude. On the way in the club, that's a real downer.
Really?
It smelled like burned dead bodies.
Did it really?
Posters of people's missing family. That's the most depressing thing, is all the posters missing, all next to each other, of people they're never going to find, but the people have like... So it was a downer. So I get that on TV because advertisers will drop out, and I get having that sense of decorum. On stage, though, we're not on TV. That's the last place of where you can do whatever the fuck you want, and let's keep it that way. You know? Let's keep it that way. The problem with Hitler was not that he got to talk. It was that nobody else was allowed to talk but Hitler when he had the power. You understand? So somebody would argue, is like, well, if you let them talk, then they'll take power. No, they won't. They just have to not be mad at you, the opposition. You, the opposition, have to not be seen. They need to not turn to Hitler as a refuge from you. Do you understand? So if you're a pussy liberal, be cool. Don't be a fucking Nazi that makes people like Hitler because you're annoying.
Right. That's what it is. It becomes so like open that it's closed.
Would you have the last word?
You gotta go.
Me? Oh my god! Now I feel so like under.
What are your new comic? What do you feel about it?
How do I feel about all this?
People telling you not to say certain words. Do you feel like obligated not to?
Nobody tells me not to say. I pay often to go on stage. Nobody tells me what I can and can't say.
I remember right after Columbine, they told us it was an open mic I just started, and they were like, you know, I'm not telling you what to say, but you shouldn't. I would just say it's pretty soon to talk about Columbine. It was like the day later or something like that.
At
I pay people not for my podcast.
Oh.
But you guys can figure out what to do with the other 10.
Wait, but look, it's
and an open mic is a whole other thing. If you're there for not getting paid or paying money yourself, I can say whatever the fuck I want.
What better place to tell a Columbine joke than an open mic?
Who am I going to offend?
Oh, was it at Columbine?
Like, who would care even about that?
Were you at the gymnasium of Columbine?
It was just like open micers handle it with such little like class and just
it's an open mic, man. That's what they got to work out. So
just when you hear that, it's like, oh my god, guys. But yeah, you should just leave. You should just leave.
You can't be good if you don't practice sucking. You can't ever be good at it.
Yeah.
People need a place they can suck.
But if I'm getting it, and I've been this before, I've gone in somewhere to get like a sandwich, and there's a fucking open mic going on, you know. And I sort of watch it a little bit, but if they talking like horrible, if it was like a Batman thing, that night,
have to leave,
I'd be like, it's just it wouldn't be fun. I would just leave, but I wouldn't yell about it, and I wouldn't blog about it. I would just be like, nah, it's fun.
It's literally no consequence.
Like if it was shitty music, or it's too loud, I would also leave.
Right.
Because it's not really about your outrage, it's about you, and you want to make it about you, and you want to ride this wave of fakeness to you getting a name. Oh, I'm someone that stands up against jokes being told. Fuck you. By the way, I am a liar many times in my life. Many times, I don't know why I just said that.
What?
Angrily, I'm not a liar like that.
Oh, yeah.
I just lied the other day about
You're
I was late somewhere.
Of course.
People anticipate my lies. I'm so transparent with my lies, as a matter of fact.
I've texted people and said traffic is horrible before I've even left. And I'd be like, please don't be bad.
I don't even know. That was a huge lie I just told. I'm not a liar like you. Of course I am. Of course. What kind of asshole am I to say that?
Oh, a huge asshole. All right, we should go.
All right.
Dismissive.
Thanks, guys.
Poos.
Go to my sponsor. Let's go to Amazon. This one, Amazon.com.
Unbelievable bitch.
If you have to shop for anything on Amazon, you should go through my website.
All right, I will.
And then they give me cash back.
What? Really?
Yeah.
All right, man.
There's a link on my website.
Me to be on a podcast, so I'll definitely do that favor. Yeah.
You've only been on one other podcast, and I got direct advice from him to never let you on one.
Poos, you could pay for your own car home. That's awesome. Please, equality, women and men be equal, pay in their own way home. The song we closed out
We'll
on.
talk after the podcast.
About the money we should pay. All right. Thank you guys. Wait, you guys have Twitter accounts?
Yeah, Kurt Metzger. It's the one
At
with an
Kurt
egg.
Metzger?
Yeah, there's an egg. I didn't put a picture in, so
Put a picture in, man.
I'm gonna have to have my girl
Just
do it for
put
me.
a minimal amount of effort. And you,
I
what's,
don't have it.
oh, well, how do people find you if they want to like look more stuff?
Follow me on Facebook if you want.
And your Facebook? That's your
Kurt
main
Metzger.
thing.
Yeah, Facebook's where I really am.
You can, without being your friend, they can also follow you now. You can subscribe.
They can?
People can subscribe to you on Facebook. Facebook figured out what Twitter
I'm
was.
almost out of friends.
Yeah, so people can subscribe. And that, you're the only person I would suggest subscribing to on Facebook.
Because I put a lot of shit on there,
Yeah,
man.
he
It's
puts a lot.
well, it's just like it's
I put an
cool.
occasional joke, but you're there in the trenches.
'Cause I think of material and I want to try it.
Yeah. And you don't have a website?
No, I let it lapse, and then this realtor got it.
Kurt, it's time.
You know what it is? Whoever I'm dating sets this up for me, and so Karen was.
Karen, get on it for him.
Karen set my Facebook up, but
Karen,
she'll do no more.
He could.
Oh, and my
he could
Twitter.
pay for a vacation for you if
Guys,
you just put a minimal amount
I gotta
of work
wait till we
into
break
getting
up,
him.
and the next girl's gonna have to do the rest of my web shit.
It's not 2001. Just get him a website and
She's
get him a
done what
Facebook
she
fan
could.
page.
I know I look.
She's
probably
done what she could.
Crazy young, but I'm not like the generation that can just do that.
I gotta
because
find a
we
younger-
grew
No,
up
no,
with
no, no.
that.
But
I
you're a
know.
woman, and he can't take care of himself.
She's not a listen.
I don't know how to take care of people other than myself. Why? All
right,
you're
well.
a woman and take care of whatever.
You really are misjudging her.
I guess so. Really.
She's a woman the way I am a man. Let's put it that way.
She cleaned up
Go
one
look
day.
in my
You told me
room,
that.
you'll understand.
Take care of it.
All right.
That was good. All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys. So I guess find you guys both by getting lucky, or maybe randomly. Kurt goes up in New York a lot at the Comedy Cellar. Where
My
else?
hour's going to be coming out. Watch Amy Schumer's show when it comes out.
Oh, you're writing for that?
Yeah.
And me if you're lucky.
And my
You're just
I'm
two
on,
spots from
oh,
the
you know
town.
what's coming on, dude? I don't know if it was tonight, but episode of Aqua Teen.
You did an episode of Aqua Teen?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm,
you should. They're all from fucking jerk. They talk just like you.
They're not from they're from North Carolina or something, but those guys are cool. But I did
Oh, that's awesome.
Flavor Flav impersonator
What?
in blackface.
How do you know? What?
That Flavor Flav hires to blow off parties for him because he's too busy to blow off parties. So
Really?
I show up pretending to be him and say I'm not him.
But
when they go, "Are you Flavor Flav?" I'm like, "No, I'm not Flavor Flav."
you're just there to blow it off.
I'm there to blow it
because
off
he
for
can't
him,
blow
because
off
he didn't have time to
enough.
blow it off himself. So I hope it sounded funny. So
How'd you meet up with those guys?
I auditioned for another thing, and they like Ugly Americans.
Oh.
And Larry Murphy, who's a killer funny dude, has done a lot of shit for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Larry
I loved
Murphy's-
Aqua Teen.
Dude, Larry Murphy's one of the funniest dudes.
I loved Aqua Teen and Squidbillies.
Yeah, I don't know if Larry does voice on it, but he's one. Larry Murphy did Grimes on Ugly
Grimes?
Americans.
Okay.
And he's on Delocated. He's the doorman with the huge dick that the guy John Benjamin has to.
I've only
take
seen that a
care of.
couple times, but I
Not
like
John
that show.
Benjamin, Another Glazer has to take care of. Larry Murphy's one of the funniest dudes I've ever met. Really fucking awesome.
Okay, so look
I
for your
know why
cartoons.
I'm pushing.
And you're the voice in Aqua Teen Hunger Force. All right, thank you. For Metzger and what's your name? Keren Margolis. Margolis. Nice. That's a very
Give
Christian
your
way to
real
say
name
it.
too. That's gonna be weird when your family hears this. Ooh.
Boom. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the episode. Thank you very much to Kurt Metzger for talking to me about that junk. I know he's passionate about it, so it wasn't that hard for him. Just a few announcements before I go. Don't forget, my album comes out September 25th, Yom Kippur. So go on there, probably Wednesday or Thursday of this week. It'll be available for pre-sale. I'm really excited about it. I just woke up, so... Oh, how does it sound in terms of the intro to this? It sounds pretty close, right? It didn't really sound so bad in my echoey office. You guys, if you don't know about this yet, please go to arishafir.com and go to the forum. We have discussions on every episode of the Skeptic Tank. There's also general discussion, and there's also a section for my other podcast, Punch Drunk, the sports or actually maybe sports-related podcast that I do with Jason Tebow and Sam Tripoli every day. If you guys haven't checked that out, it's fun. And if you're not into sports, it's not the biggest issue there. It's just pretty much sports-related. So don't worry about it if you're not doing sports. Mostly we're talking about who we don't want to get raped by. I'm sorry, by whom we don't want to get raped. So that's it. Thanks a lot for Keren Metzger. Next week, we have Bert Kreischer on the podcast. You should look forward to that. It's a good one. He's always funny. Don't forget about my sponsors, Amazon.com, through my website, AriShaffir.com, and www.gamefly.com/Ari. Sign up for a free 2-week trial and get me some cash. And that's it, you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you have any comments or questions, please write to me at contact@AriShaffir.com. And I will get it and read it and take your notes into account. I met a fan at the Comedy Store, and he said that sometimes it bothers him when I chew chew like candy on the air, like you can hear me chewing. And I'll just say, yeah, that's because I'm chewing candy. This is like real discussion. This is what I told him. You're getting a piece of me talking normally. And if I'm high and I'm talking to my friends, I'm probably going to be eating candy. It's not like you can't hear me. You just hear me while I'm eating candy. I also might be out of breath. You're going to hear me pant a little more. So sort of enjoy that as something that makes it more real. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Hasta la vista. Until next week, see you later. Oh, Skeptic Tank, 75. No words with Keren Metzger. Over and out. Oh, and seriously, if you're on Facebook, you should subscribe to Kurt's Facebook feed. It's fucking hilarious.
Two, three, four, 1, 2, then she's gone. Oh!